Santa Claus should be. They're on the news arguing back and forth. This white angry woman is like, it is a fact that Santa is white. Bitch, Santa Claus isn't. Are there any kids here? Santa Claus isn't even real. This isn't a real topic to be arguing over. This is a 7:30 slot on the local news. How are you arguing about this? And there's always that one woman who has kids, who thinks that she has kids, she has the right to talk about something, but you don't really have to take a test to fuck. So, I don't know why you feel the need to come up. In fact, you were probably drunk when you had sex to have your kid, which means you were dumber to have it. So I don't know why you have an opinion. Anyway, the point is, they always say the exact same thing. What am I going to say to my kid when he comes to me and says, Mommy, today I saw a black Santa. What color is Santa Claus really? Like, you are really stumped by this? This little kid who believes that a big obese man is delivering billions, I should say, presents to all over the world, is having trouble grasping what race he is. I don't even have kids, I can knock this out for you. Santa has many forms. What the fuck is this kid going to say that's going to stump me after that? What is this little kid, what is he going to hit you with? How? Magic, baby. Same way you think this giant man is delivering billions of gifts all around the world, you probably don't even know how many people in this neighborhood go color your coloring book. I just want everyone to know that that was the opening joke, and now I will be introducing tonight's drinking game.
Woo!
Does anybody have a drink?
Yes!
Tonight's drinking game is called the Drink Master.
Woo!
I'm going to designate one person to tell the entire crowd tonight when to drink. When you hear this man or woman, depending on who I pick, they're going to stand up and yell drink. And you have to drink or you got to leave. If you don't, and also if you're feeling like going squirrely, you can take an entire hit from your hookah, slam a part of your beer back and then exhale, and you'll get extra badass points. Fun fact. I mean, the points don't matter, but they do to me. Tonight, let's see, I'm just going to pick my man right here in front. My man tatted up all over the neck. Well, what's his name? David. David, say it into the microphone. David. They can't hear you unless you say it into the microphone. My man David here is going to be the drink master. Whenever you hear him say drink, everyone is going to applaud with him and drink, including me. I appreciate everyone's cooperation. This will be all over soon. Let's try it out real quick. Let me see you say when you do it. Are you guys ready?
Yes.
Go.
Drink!
Drink! Hell yeah. Anyway, we'll back to Santa Claus. What was I saying? Oh yeah. Why don't we discuss Santa Claus? You got this whole thing going on over in the Ukraine. Bangkok has just filed a state of emergency, and we are arguing over the racial background of a fictional character. It really does grind my gears. It gets to the point where I don't even want to watch the news anymore. I mean, when, like, prime example, if the news tells you that something is important, guys, a lot of times it's not really important. Prime example. How many times have you heard the name Justin Bieber in the goddamn news these past couple of weeks? Has anyone noticed that Justin Bieber does not matter, but he is in every single front cover story of the news? How are you not all noticing this? I have a notebook for my jokes because I'm so ADD. I have the attention span of a squirrel, and I'm catching this. Just because something puts a news puts something in your face doesn't mean it's actually news. It's kind of like a little kid when you jingle your keys, like distract them a little bit. You know what I mean? Just like, oh my God, there's a surveillance crisis, or President Obama is tapping our phone. Look at the keys real quick. Just look at the keys. You watch the news like, man, I don't even care about the jingle keys. Oh, what do you think about jingle keys? And you go to work the next day, your coworker's like, so Mark, you see those jingle keys on the news last night? Duck Dynasty, Justin Bieber. It's all the same shit. How are you not catching on to this? It's the exact same thing. Over and over again. Also, on a side note, I just want to let everyone know that I'm excited to be up here. If you've ever gone out to the bar as of late, you've seen a lot of women acting a fool. It's kind of like watching the Animal Planet a little bit. Has anyone watched the Animal Planet? You know what's so funny is if you watch someone who is on, in any bar, anyone that you can kind of narrate them, kind of like they're on the Animal Planet a little bit, like the natural female is currently in her den putting war paint on her face in order to attract a suitable mate. And like you can't not see this. Like guys will just show up and it's like, yeah, and you just literally narrate them, just like, and the female plays her traditional song of her people in order to attract a suitable mate to raise her children, and it goes a little something. Dum, dum, dum. How fucked up is those lyrics, by the way? I want to let everyone know, hey, because everyone knows that song. You went to your middle school dance, and you put all same shit. Have you listened to the lyrics of this song? Do not play with your panties. I don't know what's worse, if they're playing that I know like every single word to that song. It gets pretty bad. I mean, anywhere you go, you hear that. Like, there have been, I feel bad because there have been little hints to all you females in the room when you are growing up. There are little hints to everybody that shows that you need to act a certain way because the media tells you to act a certain way. Miley Cyrus, prime example. This bitch gets up with no clothes and starts booty dancing in front of everybody, and everyone is shocked. And then you get to work the next day and no one will shut the fuck up about Miley Cyrus. Next thing you know, every day someone's like, I can't stand that Miley Cyrus girl, I can't stand it. Next thing you know, a couple months later, no one remembers that everyone hates her, just they remember her name. That's how people get, fake celebrities get famous and you're letting it happen. Prime example, every single day in your middle school dance, you got the Yin Yang Twins playing. You need to
every day
grab the walls and then proceed to shake it like a dog. But even when you're a little kid, there are these stories that they tell you that you don't pick up on, but it's all around you. Prime example, anybody remember the story of the cat in the hat? I'll tell you some shit about the cat in the hat. About to blow that mind of yours. The cat in the hat, stay with me here, is a metaphor for child molestation.
No.
Oh yes.
Drink!
Oh yeah.
Drink to that.
Anyway, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, so I'm about to ruin your entire childhood. You ready for this? 2 children sitting in a house alone, no parental supervision. They get a knock on the door. It's a cat, not a kitten. A full-grown man cat with a hat that shows that he is capable of dressing himself and then knock on little children's doors. Initially, there's a fish in the back of the room that says, yo, I don't think you should open that door. I don't think you should open it. That fish represents the kid's consciousness, or the id, if you will, like we like to tell storytellers. So, oh yeah, I am about to blow the fuck out of your mind. So the fish says, I don't think you should open that door. The children debate and say, we're going to make a horrible choice. So they let this full-grown man cat into the house. Cat comes in, wants to play games that the children know the parents would not approve of. They even say it, I don't think my parents would be very cool with this game. It's a little wild to me.
Oh,
so the entire thing starts going on. They keep playing games. Next thing you know, the cat in the hat really pulls out the final finale. Wants the children to play with his thing 1 and thing 2. I don't know if you know anything about the male anatomy, but if you know anything about a pair of cock and ball, I just ruined it for you, but those are the things. Those are the 2 things ones to play with. It's his wiener, guys. His wiener. That's why I feel, now not every woman, there are some great ones. My mother's in the room, give her hands up. My mother, prime example of perfect woman. Almost every other woman that I don't really care about, or won't talk about, or won't give me any shit after the show, has the exact same thing because you grow up and you have these inclinations. You have the media blasting in your face. You gotta be this, you gotta be this, you gotta act slutty to get men's attention. You ever notice that almost every woman has the exact same goal for life? Singer, model, actress, photographer, fashionista on the side. I mean, like, I don't really hate like celebrities. Like, if I was famous and I had money, you would have paid me to get up on stage and do this. I'll take it all day long. Now, if I wasn't a comedian, I happen to be a Justin Bieber-esque pop singer, and I'm making millions of dollars. I don't give two shits what anyone's got to think about it. I'm getting that money just like he is, but I don't. So now I got to rip on him. Here we go. I love sitting around to watch these celebrities, who aren't real celebrities, by the way. They're just shoved down your throat until you're forced to accept it. And people are like, oh, that's a real celebrity. You know what I mean? He's not really famous for anything other than them telling you that he's famous. So you see, like, Justin Bieber rises up through the ranks. He starts making songs, and his entire fan base are a bunch of little prepubescent girls. He starts getting money, getting a little older, starts going to clubs with these big name rappers, starts partying hard, which you would do when you're young and you have money. That's just the next step. You're famous, you're young, you got money, you go out and you party. And that's fine. If you want to party hard with a bunch of big hard-ass rappers, that's cool. If your fan base were a bunch of hard-ass rappers, but they are not. Justin Bieber has lost his place because Justin Bieber's primary fan base are a bunch of emotional prepubescent girls. I'm just saying, it's kind of hard to be partying super hard, snorting coke off a bunch of strippers' titties, and you hear about railing down some Brazilian whores, and then pop back on stage like, baby, baby, baby. Oh no, we're not falling for it anymore, Justin. I love you, you son of a bitch. Because all these women are just so emotional about it, and that's why we're just people out lately. He ain't shit. You know, he had a concert in Australia and they couldn't give away his tickets? Couldn't give his tickets away. Woo! But that's the exact same thing. You stay out of your lane and you start losing your shit. It's the exact same thing with Miley Cyrus, all these other celebrities. Now, that being said, I don't hate these people. I find the best way to make them all go away is just not talk about it. So that's all for the celebrity jokes. Time to move on for discrimination jokes. You ready for this? I've got a good one. It's the unspoken policy for discrimination against the white man.
Of course.
I know. It's the no one's talked about it until tonight. This is some groundbreaking shit. You ready for this?
Yes.
White men are the only group of people, this guy knows I'm going with this, that cannot socially acceptably carry around any kind of lotion. If a woman has lotion of any race, color, whatever you want to call it, no one's going to say a thing to you. Black man got lotion? Hey, he's black. I'm not going to say shit to him. Spanish man got lotion? Alright, I'll let it slide. White man got lotion? Weird, chronic, public masturbator. Nobody really wants to deal with that. I mean, it ain't easy being a white man. Actually, that's about the only thing that I have that I'm discriminated against. I guess I should probably cut my losses. I've never gotten a ticket. Cops just don't want to fuck with me. It's the whole thing. I'm like negative sketchy to cops. Like, I've had cops pull up beside me and kind of hit their sirens just for a second, like, whoop, and I look over and they'll be like, fuck your seatbelt on. I'll be like, oh, this is great. No, cops will see me, and they will just, they'll be on patrol, and they'll probably got a long night, and they'll see me riding by in an Elantra, and they'll be like, oh, I'm not about to waste time on this pasty looking motherfucker. kind of hard to be an international criminal when you got that eco boost on your car, if you know what I'm saying. It's kind of hard to move some weight across the border when you got 2.5 cylinders pushing that bad boy. It does get real rough sometimes. Let me tell you another gripe that I got. Facebook, which is probably one of the most drawn-out subjects of comedy. Let's talk to you. I got some new shit on it. Here we go. I am convinced that Facebook is dying. I'm also convinced that if Facebook had a dislike button, in addition to a like button, the fucking world would end. And it's true. You can't tell it. Literally, from micro problems turn into giant problems. One person, one thirsty dude will leave a comment on a girl like, oh, I need something to go. 32 dislikes. No, don't like that. No, because now these days, if you leave a comment and no one likes it, you can just say, oh, no one probably saw it. Wrong. There's just no dislike button. World War III would happen. And it would be the exact same shit you'd be watching MSNBC or something like, World War III has broken out. All young men are required to report to their local recruiter's office for immediate draft into the Army. We have breaking news. We have breaking news coming through right now. Okay. Justin Bieber has just been arrested. I'm hearing his own Look at the stupid motherfucker here. Do you know that actually happened? Like, that's not even a joke. On MSNBC, there was a congresswoman talking about current topics, and in the middle of her rant going on about it, shit, this woman just goes, Senator, I'm going to have to interrupt you for a second. We have breaking news. Justin Bieber has just been arrested. Okay, here he is. And I love it because he's got like an orange jumpsuit and his sleeves are all rolled up because he's trying to look cool. You know what I'm saying? It's so adorable to me. And it literally will happen. Why don't you go on the news? Why don't you go on the internet to get your news? If you get a good source, you don't ever have to worry about shit. They will tell you everything. Have you ever watched the news from another country? They don't give a fuck. There's no censor at all. I was watching the news. It was in Spanish. They're like, oh, in the news, they're better than I'm sitting there watching. I'm like, okay. And there was a riot at a soccer game. And I'm used to watching the news. It's usually some white guy just like, oh, well, there were some interesting things happening here, but this is where it happened. It's not happening now, but it's happened here. This is a pretty interesting place. You're here at the right time. Spanish news or any news from other country, they don't censor anything. I was watching the news and there was a riot at a soccer game and it showed this guy just getting his fucking head stomped into the pavement and I'm like, oh my god. And they show it just full on, just face bleeding. And they'll show it because they're not censored like we are here. I will be on the internet and just be like, oh my god, like missiles coming from North Korea. America said to be all my nuclear fallout. Meanwhile, old people on MSNBC are like, what's fucking Justin Bieber? What the fuck? What is he next? I appreciate everybody coming out tonight so far. Let me get another drink from the Drink Master real quick. That was kind of my brief Droppin impression of the Drink Master. It's rough going out around this town. It gets rough saying, hey, you guys know that we are in a pretty rough part of America, of the world? I mean, we're pretty privileged. We are pretty privileged. I mean, we are a small percentage of the world, and yet we use up a major percentage of electricity. However, if you watch any show, they will know that Florida is fucking crazy. And we live in Polk County, the heart. At one point, the meth capital of the world. Did you know that? Did you know that at one point, our county was the unplanned pregnancy and meth capital of the world? If you move to another town, you can say you're from a pretty hard town, because it's true. We got everything down here. We got crackheads, we got, gangsters, we got rednecks, we got everything you can imagine. It's like a mixing pot here. But I'll tell you the one thing that really that I love, rednecks. Woo! Rednecks, I know, I come from, on my dad's side, I come from a family of rednecks, I know.
We're not talking about your dad.
Give me a second to give me a second. You think you're talking about my dad. I'll give you a minute to breathe that in, but yes. But the reason I love rednecks is because rednecks will help you with your car. No matter where you are. You can literally be driving down the road. You can be driving through your neighborhood. You can be 2 neighborhoods down. And you'll be driving in your car and there'll be a redneck sitting on the porch. 30 minutes later, you'll have a redneck knocking your door.